In exchange for proposing a 1.25 billion ringgit Malaysia government project to deliver energy to 369 rural schools in Sarawak, Rosmah was found guilty of soliciting and accepting bribes.
Oh, ya, saya mengikut rapat ya tentang kes-kes ini.
Sebenarnya saya mempunyai kurang pengetahuan dan tidak mengikuti perkembangan kes ini.
Daripada hasil pembacaan dan berita-berita dan artikel-artikel yang saya jumpa,
Pada pandangan saya, Datin Sri Rosmah sepatutnya dikenakan hukuman kerana telah pecah mana dan telah menyalahgunakan wang tersebut bagi diri beliau sendiri.
sewajarnya saya rasa projek ini harus diteruskan bagi kepentingan-kepentingan rakyat, dan jika ada masalah kurang modal ataupun kurang duit untuk meneruskan projek ini, saya rasa Datin Sri Rosmah Mansor patut membayar bersemula duit-duit itu dan dikenakan tindakan yang bersesuaian dengan jenayah yang telah dilakukan oleh beliau. Terima kasih.
Bang bang, Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Welcome back to Scandal Untold, where we unravel the most outrageous crime. I am Puteri Tasha, and in today's episode, Scandal Untold, Malaysia First Lady Biggest Heist, exclusively brings to you one of the startling scandals involving the infamous Rosmah Mansor, Malaysia's former First Lady. This scandal revolves around a 1.25 ringgit Malaysian billion solar hybrid energy project for rural schools in Sarawak. Bribery for contract case began in November 2018, where Rosmah was accused of soliciting 187.5 million from former Jepak Holdings Sendirian Berhad Managing Director Saidi Abang Samsudin through Datuk Rizal Mansor as an inducement to help the company secure the project.
Essentially, this solar hybrid project, worth 1.25 billion ringgit, intends to supply interior electricity to the schools in rural areas of Sarawak. The case went to trial in November 2018 when Datin Sri Rosmah was accused of soliciting 187.5 million ringgit and bribes amounting to 6.6 million ringgit from Saidi Abang Samsudin, the former managing director of Jepak Holdings Sendirian Berhad, through her aide Datuk Rizal Mansor to obtain the contract for this project. These offences are thought to have occurred between 2016 and 2017. Rizal, who was initially charged along with Rosmah over the scandal, was later acquitted by the prosecution and then testified against her. Rizal testified that Datin Sri Rosmah received 6.6 million ringgit cash payment from Saidi and his business partner Ryan Razwil Abdullah, who personally sent it to Rosmah at her residence. Rosmah denied all three corruption accusations made against her, and in her defense put all the blame on Rizal. She argued that it was Rizal's own initiative to solicit bribes from Jepak Holdings Sendirian Berhad to secure the project. In September last year, the High Court finally sentenced Rosmah to 10 years of jail and a fine of 970 million ringgit. However, Rosmah felt that she was wrongly convicted and appealed to the Court of Appeal. Throughout this case, we could see how corruption takes place in our public procurement system. In this case, the person with authority acted unethically and abused their power for their own benefits. We could see how Datin Sri Rosmah accepted bribes from Jepak Holdings for her own interest. This case actually shows us the gaps that need to be fixed in our public procurement system and in what ways our system is lacking.
Shocking, right? Now, let's dig deeper into the case. To get more insight from the legal perspective of this case, we reach out to the Deputy Public Prosecutor of SPRM, Tuan Muaz Ahmad bin Khairuddin.
Definition, okay. Definition of corruption ni. Selalu orang salah faham. Corruption ni is basically sogokan duit. Corruption ni is not just sogokan duit. Corruption ni it includes kita salah guna kuasa, salah guna position, membantu. Macam contoh kes Rosmah ni kan. Section 16 AA ni. Section 16 AA ni dia bercakap tentang gratification. Apa maksud gratification? Gratification tu gratuity ataupun reward. So reward bawah Section 16 AA ni ada 3 elemen. Bila dia buat kesalahan bawah Section 16 AA ni dia ada 3 elemen. First elemen dia adalah kesalahan meminta. Meminta berlaku apabila permintaan dibuat secara rasuah. Kita minta dah kira rasuah. Kan? Itu first elemen. Dan dia ada another element. Another element dia adalah kesalahan menerima pula berlaku apabila transaksi menerima wang telah berlaku. Contoh, tiada permintaan tapi kita terima duit. So itu pun dah consider as rasuah. Okay, so the third element, another element is kesalahan bersetuju untuk menerima berlaku apabila transaksi wang belum berlaku tetapi tertuduh setuju untuk menerima wang yang ditawarkan. Maknanya kita baru setuju je. Tak ada apa-apa pun lagi. Baru setuju untuk terima lah basically. So setuju untuk terima pun dah kira sebagai satu kesalahan.
As someone with a background in legal studies, could you clarify more on how and in what ways Rosmah's action in this case is wrong?
Okay, basically what Rosmah did was, Datin Seri Rosmah, she indirectly uses her position. Tapi under section 23 of Akta SPRM, kita tak boleh guna pakai situasi ni sebab section 23 adalah apabila penjawat awam menggunakan kedudukannya, which at the time Datin Seri Rosmah is not a penjawat awam and she did not use her position because she doesn't have any position in the government. Tapi in this case dia menggunakan suami dia iaitu the then Prime Minister Najib Razak. So dia menggunakan influence dia terhadap suami dia dengan mendapatkan projek ni bagi company tersebut. Apa nama company ni? Saya tak ingat lah. I think Jepak Holding. Jepak Holding is the name of the company. So dia menggunakan position dia untuk mendapatkan projek bagi Jepak Holding melalui dia punya aid, pembantu peribadi dia, Rizal Mansor. So dalam kes ni, jadi bila kita siasat dan Rizal Mansor ni memberikan maklumat kepada kita, jadi kita tidak bercadang untuk tuduh Rizal Mansor ni lah. Sebab the actual person who did corruption is bukan Rizal ni. Rizal ni adalah orang tengah. Jadi that's why I believe, this is my own personal opinion, I believe AG Peguam Negara bersetuju untuk menarik balik pertuduhan terhadap Rizal ni dan jadikan Rizal ni sebagai saksi pendakwaan.
According to the law in Malaysia, what are the usual punishment for corruption cases?
Datin Seri Rosmah Mansor ni was charged under section 16 AA Akta SPRM, di mana hukumannya adalah can be sentenced under section 34 of Akta SPRM, which provides for jail term not exceeding 20 years and also a penalty of not less than 5 times the amount of gratification. Okay, for example, dalam kes ni around 180 million. So you times 5 lah, berapa yang dia kena bayar. So kalau less than that, for example, dia ada or juga kat tepi tu, or 10,000 whichever is more. So kalau the offence is, if you times 5 is less than 10,000, the maximum will be 10,000 lah.
Did you catch that? Maximum 20 years jail time and a penalty of 5 times the amount of gratification. If the gratification amount in this case is 187.5 million, we times it by 5, it totals up to 937.5 million. The amount of bribes solicited by Datin Sri Rosmah in this case were said to be around 187.5 million, which is a huge amount of money. If such corruption never happened in the first place, imagine the ways that money could be used to help our economy and improve various infrastructure in Malaysia. Now, you might be wondering how much is 187.5 million, right? Let us break it down for you.
187.5 million ringgit is equivalent to the price of approximately 440 terrace houses or 1,800 brand new Proton X70 cars or 187,500 Samsung Galaxy Tab or 7.5 million packs of 10 kilogram of rice or to provide the minimum salary to 125,000 of workers or to waive university tuition fees for 48,000 students. From this comparison, we could infer how a country could better develop with the amount of money we lost to corruption. Corruption cases like this bring many harms to the country, causing the people to lose faith in markets, democracy, and the government. Therefore, we could conclude that how governments conduct their affairs in modern society affects how we fight against corruption. The increasing trend of corruption in Malaysia has jeopardized our political stability. According to Dr. Faiz, corruption issue stems from the system itself, which is spoiled to the core and has now become a critical issue. This systematic corruption has spread across other sectors as well, including the education and financial sector.
Kes rasuah yang melibatkan Datin Sri Rosmah berkaitan dengan projek hybrid solar di sekolah-sekolah di Sarawak. Dari sudut politik, bagaimana kes ini boleh dianggap sebagai rompakan?
Pandangan saya sendiri, bagi saya bukan satu yang asing lah. Di Malaysia ni kalau ikut rasuah ni, kita ni sebenarnya dah di peringkat orang kata membarah di peringkat terminal, terminal istilah lainnya, dah di peringkat yang barah tu sebab kalau istilah lainnya kita kleptokrasi, mana dengar tak? Kleptokrasi ni ialah sistem rasuah yang secara skala besar. Kalau bercakap skala besar tu, dia bukan di peringkat atas tapi dia menurun ke bawah. Maknanya the whole structure tu dah spoil. Spoil ni maksudnya rampasan tu lah, yang rosak, sistem yang dah rosak. Okay, jadi saya tak rasa kita perlu menunding ataupun menyalahkan satu individu sebab benda ni pun saya anggap sebagai yang saya sebut sistem yang dah rosak. Ni projek ni sepatutnya disalurkan kepada sekolah-sekolah di sekolah-sekolah di Sarawak, tapi dengan disebabkan masalah ini, jadi kita tahulah masalah Sarawak ni antara negeri miskin dan saya tak tahulah macam mana diminda pemimpin kita ni kan, sejauh mana mereka ni mengambil berat tentang masalah masyarakat kita. Dah lah negeri itu negeri miskin, antara itu miskin, jadi dengan apa yang berlaku ni jadi memburukkan keadaan. Lagipun sektor yang terkesan itu sektor pendidikan. Pendidikan ni satu sektor yang sebenarnya paling penting yang boleh mengubah kehidupan manusia. Tapi dengan cara ni boleh bayangkanlah Sarawak yang kita, apa yang akan jadi pada Sarawak mungkin 2-3 tahun, 5 tahun, 10 tahun akan datang hanya semata-mata dengan skandal yang berlaku. Ini cukup menyedihkanlah.
Therefore, actions need to be taken to put a stop on this corruption issue. In solving this issue, the authorities must take proactive actions such as enforcing laws and regulations, make awareness programs, and strengthen corruption prevention agency like SPRM. On the other hand, we, as citizens, play a crucial role as well to prevent corruption from happening in the future. Other than reporting on witnessed corruption practices to the authorities, among our responsibility is to support advocacy on corruption and practice zero tolerance against corruption.
Now, let's hear what our experts would like to comment and suggest regarding this issue.
It is more of a moral question rather than law-relating question. Sebab we can enact ataupun enforce howsoever many laws. Tapi at the end of the day, law ni will always be banned. Ignorance of law is not an excuse. So maknanya kalaupun kita tak tahu tentang undang-undang tersebut, benda tu bukanlah excuse untuk kita buat satu kesalahan. So kita kena equip ourselves with moral values. Kita kadang-kadang kita nak tolong family, macam kita ada company, kita nak tolong family, dapat this project. Niat kita memang nak tolong, kita memang tak ada apa-apa gratification. Tapi the fact that we use our position untuk orang tu mendapat gain something. So what we are doing is wrong sebenarnya. Dan perkara ni sebenarnya dia lebih embedded dalam kita punya culture rather than undang-undang. Sebab culture kita dah biasa, culture beri-memberi kan. Macam raya pun kita bagi duit kan. Siapa yang tak seronok dapat duit kan masa raya. Tapi actually benda tu is more of a moral issue lah rather than law. So law ni kita tak boleh nak buat apa-apa. It is fully equipped. Tapi at the end of the day, it is us ourselves, how are we going to move forward.
Maknanya di peringkat ahli politik, peringkat pentadbir dan rakyat pun kena tahu juga bahawa mereka ni sebenarnya mengawasi tingkah laku ahli-ahli politik. Jadi kalau mereka melihat jika ada mana-mana tindakan ataupun program ataupun dasar yang mungkin tak memenuhi kehendak mereka, mereka harus membuat sesuatu lah. Kan, mungkin ialah melalui pilihan raya yang baru saja selesai. Di situ dia boleh vote sama ada nak memilih wakil rakyat lama ataupun sebaliknya.
Responsibility to prevent corruption is not solely laid upon the authorities, but rather it is shared among the citizens as well to help free our country from corruption. We can make the change by voting for the right leader and uphold good moral values in our community by voicing out our disapproval against corruption. These approaches can go a long way, and hopefully we can create a brighter future for Malaysia.
After you have watched the documentary, what do you think about this case? In your opinion, is Rosmah guilty of what she has done? As for today, we cannot conclude as the case is still ongoing. And without the final judgment from the court, we will never know the answer. See you in the next episode of Scandal Untold with me, Puteri Tasha. Bang bang.